Rajat Sethi, as somebody who's worked on BJP campaigns in the past, you know, this argument that Priyanka Chaturvedi is pushing, is that something that concerns you? That all of this can lead, like for example, Maharashtra being discriminated against at the expense of Gujarat. In the budget, Haryana farmers being upset, Rahul Gandhi meeting these farmers saying, we will give you guaranteed MSP. Ultimately, it will be very difficult for the Congress to be able to do this. As we are seeing in Karnataka, each of those guarantees are very expensive and they're very difficult to find the financial headroom to try and arrange the money for. But politically, it's explosive. And right now, there are elections and 3 assembly elections. And those assembly elections, what happens in them will be very important to determining what happens over the next 4.5 years.
So, see, Rahul, what is happening in states like Maharashtra is that opposition is utilizing this fault line to build, public anger against the fact that one state is taking over the projects which somehow legitimately sort of belong to another state. And, it's such a slippery slope that it doesn't stop there. When leaders step in, I remember KCR, when he was the Chief Minister of Telangana, he made a statement, an outrageous statement. He was sitting on a constitutional post and he still talked about United States of South India. Look at what DK Shivkumar's brother said. It was right at the verge of being seditious when he said that, we need to plan a separate country. It's all these, these deliberate, incisive statements which are made in just to pluck the lowest possible hanging fruits in politics and to reach the lowest denominator. Now, the problem with this politics is that you do not want to up your game. Maharashtra really has been trailing on several important factors of production which are important to attract in industry. Why is it languishing? It is right now at rock bottom. It's gone down to 7th or 8th or possibly the 10th position in terms of being attractive. What has Uddhav government done when he was in power to bring in capital or bring in the industry? Nothing at all. Now,
but that argument is not to be made by the Uddhav government. It is the BJP which is in power at the moment.
Like Tamil Nadu.
So why are you asking questions of the Uddhav government?
Rahul, I'll have to step in, please.
There have been states like Tamil Nadu.
I'll have to step in.
Rajat Sethi, you can't ask questions to the Uddhav government.
Rahul, it's my turn
because
to
that's
speak.
long in the past. It's the BJP government along with the NCP.
Rahul, I'll need to rebut this.
Okay, Priyanka Chaturvedi, very quick rebuttal because I had to move on. Go on. Okay, one second. Everybody can't speak at the same time. Priyanka's asked for 20 seconds. Let's give her 20 seconds. Other faders go down. I'll come back to you, Shehzad. Drew is waiting as well. Let's give Priyanka ji 20 seconds. Yes?
Just two small things I'd say here. He quoted some Karnataka leader saying something. I hope he understands the difference between someone speaking irresponsibly versus someone making policies which are irresponsible and divisive and discriminatory. I'm sure he understands the difference. No, second, he said, what did Uddhav bring? What
he was the member of parliament.
Uddhav Thackeray, as a chief minister, I'm sorry. Yeah, so just because by the virtue of him being a member of parliament, he can shape policies along with Shivkumar. Did they bring in any policy which was discriminatory? Please, please, I'm sorry.
I hear that.
Did he bring in any policy that was discriminatory?
So I hear that.
Casual, irresponsible statements do not make for policies. I'm sorry. Financial funds have been stopped. Okay, listen. Rahul, please allow me to
This is not right. I can't have everyone speaking at the same time. 10 more seconds to Priyanka Chaturvedi to complete our argument.
Yeah, so just 10 more seconds. So I'll just give him two names. One is the Tata Airbus deal, and one is Vedanta Foxconn. If he can answer that, whether he chooses to answer, that's his thing. But the point is that those industries were also taken away as soon as the other government came into power and it went to Gujarat.
Let Shehzad
Unfortunately, Gujarat has now become unviable for Vedanta Foxconn.
That states like Gujarat are benefiting at the expense of states which are not run by the BJP, and that projects are being taken there disproportionately, and that this could be a political issue in the forthcoming elections. Let Shehzad respond to this.
First of all, I am quoting data from the budget. Maharashtra 78,000 crores, Gujarat has got less than that. Secondly, Maharashtra today 78,000 crores plus the other figures I quoted. During Priyanka Chaturvediji's government's time, 15,000 crores. Even if you say the size of the economy was 1/3, you triple it, it was 45,000 crores you were offering by that indexation. But having said that, Priyanka Chaturvedi ji, please tell me, Mumbai-Nagpur high-speed rail corridor, Mumbai-Delhi expressway, Nagpur-Goa Shaktipeeth expressway, Mumbai-Nagpur expressway, Nagpur-Hyderabad-Bengaluru expressway, Konkan expressway, Mumbai Trans-Harbour Sea Link project, Atal Setu, Pune Ring Road, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Raje International Airport, Mumbai Coastal Road, Versova-Bandra Sea Link. These are just 1/10 of the projects I'm reading out. All of this is coming from the center fund. A lot of it is coming from the central fund. 8 lakh crore worth infrastructure project. But let me quote one more point. Priyanka ji, please tell me, Karnataka Congress leaders have said they are dead against Belgaum being given to Maharashtra. What is your stand? You're talking about Maharashtra rights, right? Please tell me your stand.
Okay, so
my stand will always be in favor of Maharashtra, and for that, even if I have to oppose our alliance partner, we will do that.
Okay,
so why are you not breaking the alliance with Karnataka?
Rahul Gandhi met with a group of farmers from Punjab and Haryana in Parliament today. Protesting farmers have been demanding a new law to guarantee minimum support price for their produce. After his meeting with the farmers, Rahul Gandhi said that the Congress manifesto promises MSP with a legal guarantee and that the India bloc will pressurize the centre over the issue of MSP. Meanwhile, the Minister of State for Agriculture of the Union attacked Rahul Gandhi, saying the Congress leader is lying brazenly to fool farmers.
कारण दिया गया राहुल जी? एनी रीजन, कोई रीजन बता रहे हैं क्या वजह? किसान जैसे लोग कोई वजह आपको बताई गई?
ये आप प्राइम मिनिस्टर से पूछिए. So they're not allowing them in.
राहुल जी, क्या कहा जा रहा है? राहुल जी, क्यों नहीं अलाउ किया जा रहा है?
आप नेता विपक्ष और आप किसान नेताओं से मिलना चाहते हैं, क्या कहा जा रहा है, क्यों नहीं आने दिया जा रहा किसान?
कोई कारण
तो उनको पूछना पड़ेगा. हमने यहाँ इनवाइट किया था अपने ऑफिस में मिलने के लिए, तो यहाँ कहा गया है कि उनको अंदर नहीं आने देंगे, शायद क्योंकि वो किसान है इसलिए यहाँ अंदर अलाउ नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो बाहर मिल लेंगे.
ये तो क्लियर बात है कि अगर लड़ाई ही हमारी ये जो मांगे हैं, इनमें मांग एक भी नहीं है. सब सरकार के अलग अलग समय के हमारे साथ लोगों के साथ किए हुए वायदे हैं, और उन्हीं वायदों को अगर सरकार ना मुकरती, ना वापस बैक होती, तो हमें यहाँ आने नहीं पड़ता. एक बात बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट विपक्ष के नेता मानयोग राहुल गांधी जी से हमारी हुई है. जो हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट ने हमारे किसानों के ऊपर जिस तरह का अत्याचार किया है, उसको इन्होंने हमारे साथ वायदा किया है कि जो हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट वही गोलियां चलाने वाले, वही मारने वाले, वही इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे और वो कैसे इंसाफ देंगे, उसके ऊपर हमारी आवाज बनकर पार्लियामेंट के अंदर वो बात रखेंगे. प्रयास करेंगे कि हमें इंडिपेंडेंट वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो पाए, और उन्होंने ये भी हमारे साथ कमिटमेंट किया है.
Okay, so Rahul Gandhi meeting these farmers. Yes, Juhi Singh, there are elections in Haryana in a few weeks from now, but the calculations which were done by agricultural economists, it will cost more than 10 lakh crore rupees to give a legal guarantee on MSP for these 23 crops. That's a lot of money which isn't available. In any case, we have commitments to fiscal responsibility. A lot rides on it internationally and domestically on that. Now, to what extent will the opposition go in an attempt to court important vote banks like farmers, but by being financially irresponsible? In the central message of the Modi government budget was they were being conservative, they were being responsible. It seems the opposition is willing to be profligate in the hope that it will get them some votes.
Rahul, I think the government has just introduced the long-term capital gains tax, and without giving the benefit of indexing. So is the government in economic distress that they have to raise money in this way? That's the first thing.
They didn't introduce a long-term capital gains tax. It was reduced from 20% to 12.5%. Indexation in real estate was done away with.
The report with, let me correct you, or maybe just add to you, Nirmala Sitharaman, I think, said that when she consulted people, only 13.5% would benefit by indexing the whole thing. So it was just dropped. So I think that maybe the report could be shared by the parliament whom she consulted. And the second thing is, of course, there is discrimination. The Buddhists,
I just want to correct you because you were saying you were correcting me. They didn't introduce a new... They didn't introduce a new long-term capital gains tax on real estate. It was brought down from 20% to 12.5%, and indexation was done away with.
indexing? Why not? Why don't I get the benefit for holding my property? Where is the indexing? Why do away with that? So you want more tax. And the second thing, of course, is infrastructure development. Bihar focuses on infrastructure development. So why the Buddhist circuit in UP has been ignored? Kushinagar Airport, just one flight. We built it. The Prime Minister re-inaugurated it. Shravasti, Sarnath, no allotment. So the Buddhist circuit exists only in states which are their alliance partners. I think UP can probably be ignored. And the other thing which is extremely important is that what are you doing to address the food inflation? The finance minister just addressed it and walked past it. So when we talk of fiscal responsibility, when we talk of economic responsibility, then please address what you are allocating and how much budget have you used. Health is another.
Shehzad Poonawala, are you finding a very different kind of parliament this time round? Earlier, the government could say what it wanted, muscle its way through. Now, no matter what the government is trying to do, the opposition is trying to find some fault and try and put the government on the back foot. And that is playing out both ways. It's not like you are the only ones batting and they're going and fielding. They're trying to hit some shots as well.
राहुल जी, इसमें तो कोई अंतर नहीं है क्योंकि ये नंबर का नहीं, ये नियत का फंक्शन था. नियत इनकी पहले से वही थी, चाहे नंबर 44 थे, चाहे नंबर 52 थे या चाहे नंबर 99 है. उनको बजट से नहीं, बजट बनाने वाले से प्रॉब्लम है. इनको ये चाय वाले का बेटा तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री बन गया जो केवल नेहरू की उपलब्धि थी, इससे प्रॉब्लम है. इसलिए बजट में कुछ भी हो जाए राहुल जी, इनकी समस्याएं कभी अंत नहीं होगी. और मैं इस पे आपको 2 आंकड़े देना चाहता हूं. आई वांट टू गिव यू कपल ऑफ फैक्ट्स. एमएसपी की बात हो रही है ना राहुल जी, विच इज द ओनली स्टेट इन इंडिया विच डज नॉट हैव एपीएमसी एंड डज नॉट गिव एमएसपी? वन ऑफ द स्टेट्स केरला. केरला में लागू करा दो एमएसपी. दूसरी बात, इनके जमाने में यूपीए 2 के जमाने में 3 लाख करोड़ वर्थ ऑफ एमएसपी फॉर राइस एंड व्हीट. वी हैव गिवन 11 लाख करोड़ इन द लास्ट 5 years. After that, MSP in Punjab, I have given you the example of moong dal farmers not given the MSP. I have also given you the example of 1200 farmers committing suicide in Karnataka. एक को शब्द नहीं बोलना है. I want to ask them what was the budget for agriculture during the UPA 2 which Samajwadi Party was supporting? 25,000 crores. Today it is 1,50,000 crores. What was the fertilizer?
Can I just stop you to say that as the economy grows, the budget for all heads increases. So the fact that over 10 years the budget for a particular head has gone up doesn't really mean anything, because that's also when the economy size has gone up substantially. So that's really the wrong way of looking at it. The right way of looking at it is by comparing it as a percentage of GDP, where allocations really should be looked at. Okay, very quickly because I'm out of time.
One line on this. Rahul, in 2014 our budget was $2 trillion. Today it's become about $4 trillion, so it's doubled. The budget of agriculture was 25,000 crores. It has more than doubled at 1,50,000 crores. So here is the proportionate.
Okay, Priyanka Chaturvedi, I'm out of time, but since you have your hand up, a quick final word. Shehzad Poonawala says, Niyat mein khote, no matter what the chaiwala Prime Minister does, the opposition will find some reason to find fault, and this is something they just need to deal with. They've gone out knowing that Bihar and Andhra Pradesh allocations may get targeted because they want to send that message, and in any case you would have found some other reason to attack them, so they're saying, okay, game on.
No, firstly, I find it very problematic that you as an anchor continue to say that we are trying to find faults. You don't find any fault. You don't find a fault with what Juhi ji was saying, doing away with indexation, and you're talking about LTCG coming down from...
That's a very complex argument. I'm actually all for simplifying taxation. Ma'am, 1 second. Indexation is also a way of finding a loophole and creating uncertainty at the price at which a real estate asset is sold. A clear, simple rate of tax isn't necessarily a bad thing. They've also made taxation across different kinds of assets uniform at 12.5%, which again isn't bad. Why should a particular financial asset get tax advantage over some other asset? Okay, Priyanka.
Now, if I can complete,
yes,
thank you
please.
so much. Right? If I can complete, thank you so much. So having said that, I find it problematic. Maybe it's not a problem for you as an anchor, but I find it problematic.
Okay.
And all I'd say is, you are defending what they're doing right now. You are actually justifying some taxation. You should probably go on social media. The hardcore supporters of the Bharatiya Janata Party are upset with this point. Having said that, you said the Congress government and India Alliance is willing to do away with fiscal deficit, targets just to please a certain section. Is that what you said? To do away, to give away welfare schemes and promote, talk about a minimum support price? While on the other hand, Shehzad Poonawala is discussing about how farmer lives and incomes have got better under them. So what is the confusion? I think firstly we need to understand why is it that only Bharatiya Janata Party can look at a fiscal consolidation while the other party, if it's talking about the poor, is being so irresponsible about fiscal consolidation. When they do away with corporate loans and they waive off these loans, that's not fiscal consolidation issue. The fiscal consolidation issue only comes in when we're talking about farmers, when we're talking about the poor, when we're talking about bringing money and ensuring
corporate
that there's
loans
no private
were not done away with. That is factually wrong. What was reduced instead was corporation tax. Corporate tax was reduced. Tax and loan are two different things. But anyway, we're getting stuck in an argument which has no end. I think the government has spoken, the opposition has spoken.
Are you serious?
One line.
I will leave it to our viewers to decide what they make of this. You've heard from different points of view.
You are saying loans, the NPAs have not been waived off. NPAs have not been written off.
That is factually incorrect, madam.
Are we talking that?
Okay, we'll get caught in a very long debate. Let Rajat Sethi respond very briefly, Rajat.
On the floor of the House said that 1.5 lakh crore rupees was recovered. 1.5 lakh rupees, 5 lakh crore rupees was recovered. But if you do not want, if you choose to ignore every fact that is stated.
80% haircut and 90% haircut.
IBC, ma'am, Priyanka madam, IBC data was put on the floor of the House.
Okay, we'll just have to call the participants back for another debate on whether the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code is working the way that it should, whether it's having the desired result. But basically, the budget maths is now on the side, the budget politics has taken over, and that's the reality that we are confronted with.